says civil servants have an important role to play in making India a global hub of knowledge and innovation. Prime Minister Narendra Modi addresses National Conference of Labour Ministers, says workers are enriching Indian economy. Assam and Mizoram governments agree on cordial relationship between security forces along interstate boundary. Nagaland Chief Minister Neiphiu Rio inaugurates Staff Selection Board office in Kohima, says a long cherished dream of people fulfilled. And Sikkim Governor Ganga Prasad, Chief Minister Prem Singh Tamang flag off Eastern Command France Theatre adventure activities. A very good evening, viewers. Welcome to the Northeast News Bulletin. This is Anupa bringing to you the stories in detail. In national news first, a group of 175 Indian Administrative Service officers of 2020 batch, currently deputed to various union ministries and departments as assistant secretaries, called on the President of India, Draupadi Murmu, at Rashtrapati Bhavan today. Addressing the officers, the President said that as civil servants, they have an important role to play in the emergence of India as a global hub of knowledge, supply chain, innovation, technology development and various other fields. At the same time, India has to strengthen the relationship position it has taken in the areas of socially inclusive and environmentally sustainable development. In more national news, Prime Minister Narendra Modi today said the centre will continue to uphold the dignity of labour. Addressing the National Conference of Labour Ministers of all states and union territories, Modi said the contribution of workers has immensely enriched Indian economy. The two-day conference, starting today, is organised by the Union Labour and Employment Ministry at the Tirupati in Andhra Pradesh. The conference has been convened in the spirit of cooperative federalism to discuss various significant labour-related issues. It will help create further synergy amongst the centre and state governments in formulating better policies and ensuring effective implementation of schemes for the welfare of workers. The conference will have 4 thematic sessions. These include integrating e-Shram portal for onboarding social security schemes to universalize social protection and Swasthya Se Samriddhi for improving medical care through ESI hospitals.
उन्हें साकार करने में भारत की श्रम शक्ति की बहुत बड़ी भूमिका है। इसी सोच के साथ देश संगठित और असंगठित क्षेत्र में काम करने वाले करोड़ों श्रमिक साथियों के लिए निरंतर काम कर रहा है।
Prime Minister Narendra Modi will address the grand finale of Smart India Hackathon 2022 today. The growing popularity of Smart India Hackathon can be gauged from the fact that number of teams registered for Hackathon have seen a 4-fold growth in the ongoing 5th edition of Hackathon. It has grown from around 7,500 in the first edition to about 29,600 in the 5th edition. This year, more than 15,000 students and mentors are travelling to the 75 nodal centres to take part in the Smart India Hackathon 2022 grand finale. Students from over 2,900 schools and 2,200 higher educational institutions will tackle 476 problem statements from across 53 union ministries in the finale. The Delhi High Court today refused to stay the Agnipath scheme for recruitment of youth in the armed forces. Hearing a batch of petition challenging the scheme, the court asked the centre to file its reply within 4 weeks. Designed to enable a youthful profile of the armed forces, the Union Cabinet approved the Agnipath scheme on the 14th of June this year. It is an attractive recruitment scheme for Indian youth to serve in the armed forces. The youth selected under the scheme will be known as Agniveers. Agnipath allows patriotic and motivated youth to serve as the armed forces for a period of 4 years. In Nagaland, Governor Professor Jagdish Mukhi visited Doyang on Wednesday, where he called on the staff and students of Vivekananda Kendra Vidyalaya, NIPCO, Doyang and had an interactive session with the students. A civic reception was also held at Doyang helipad in the presence of advisor Mathung Yanthan and other officials. The governor visited Doyang Viewpoint and Depdam Causeway. He said he's astonished by the natural beauty of Doyang. He had a short interaction with NIPCO officials. Mizoram and Assam on Wednesday agreed to maintain cordial relations between the police forces of the two states posted along the interstate boundary. Deputy Commissioners of 5 border districts, Kolasip and Mamit in Mizoram and Kachar and Karimganj and Hailakandi in Assam, held a meeting in Mizoram's Verengte town to discuss the border issue. The meeting was a follow-up of a decision taken at the ministerial level talks held in Aizawl on August 9. They also agreed to measure to ensure that farmers on either side of the border continue with their agricultural activities undisturbed. In Nagaland, Chief Minister Neiphiu Rio today inaugurated Nagaland Staff Selection Board office and launched its official website at New Secretariat, Kohima. In his speech on the occasion, Rio said that NSP will promote efficiency, transparency and accountability in governance for the benefit of all citizens of the state. He said it's a red letter day for the state as a long-cherished desire of the people is a reality now.
And after that, that by the grace of God and the hard working put forward by the various departments, from myself to my cabinet and colleagues, Chief Secretary and the department officers.
In Manipur, Chief Minister N. Biren Singh and Minister of State for Railway, Darshana Jardosh, held a meeting with railway and state officials to review the process of Jiribam-Imphal railway line. In a tweet, N. Biren Singh said that despite the landslide near the railway project in Noni district and various other challenges, the entire team has been working relentlessly to expedite the completion of the Jiribam-Imphal railway line. In Meghalaya, Union Minister of State for Railways, Coal and Mines, Rao Sahib Patil Danve, on Wednesday visited Repoy to review various development projects being implemented in the district. The minister also visited Anganwadi Centre in Umadidhar Village, Health and Wellness Centre. The Union Minister also visited Anganwadi Centre at Umadidhar Village and Health and Wellness Centre, Umsao Khomkharai and Saidin Village, where he interacted with the self-help groups about various schemes. In Sikkim, Governor Ganga Prasad, Chief Minister Prem Singh Tamang and General Officer Commanding 33 Corps Lieutenant General Tarun Singh Aish jointly flagged off the Eastern Command Trans-Theatre Adventure Activities 2022 at Manan Bhaban, Gangtok. Altogether, 19 adventure activities will be undertaken by joint teams, including civil and military members covering the western extremities along the northern borders. The adventure activities are planned over 78 days. The goal is to promote an awareness about the beauty and potential of adventure tourism in Northeast India.
The Indian Army is concerned. However, this is the first time in the history of Eastern Command that 21 adventure activities have been flagged off today. And these activities, they include the mountaineering expeditions, which are 5 of them, then the trekking expeditions, which are 7 of them, the cycling expeditions, that are 6 of them, and of course the...
In Durand Cup football, Army Green FT held Sudeva Delhi FC to a goalless draw in the first match today, played at Indira Gandhi Athletic Stadium, Guwahati. In second match of the day, East Bengal FC are now playing against Rajasthan United FC at Kolkata. Noyanmoni Soikia, women 4-event lawn ball gold medalist at the recent Commonwealth Games today visited Doordarshan Kendra, Guwahati. She was accorded a warm felicitation by the Recreation Club, DDK, Guwahati. She expressed her gratitude to the people of Assam for what she called their support and goodwill. In Nagaland, Anglo-Form Dictionary, a publication by the Department of Art and Culture, was today released by Additional Secretary, Home and Member of Form Literature Board, M. Shayung Form, at a function in Kohima. Speaking on the occasion, M. Shayung Form said the dictionary will encourage a younger generation to understand and preserve the Form dialect, which is rapidly diminishing. The dictionary will promote Naga culture and heritage and will guide new learners and keep people engaged in Form language,
which was implemented by the Department of Art.
And also, the first word that begins to work. And at the same zone, it says there was word first. There was nothing, but there was word. So, to preserve the word,
in Meghalaya, the Federation of Persons with Disabilities on Wednesday met Social Welfare Minister Kirmen Shila to impress upon the state government to fulfill their 5-point charter of demands. The demands include a raise in unemployment allowance and regularization of service of physically challenged persons. For more updates, viewers can also watch our bulletins and other programs on our YouTube channel, DD News Guwahati. To end the news, main points once again. President Draupadi Murmu says civil servants have an important role to play in making India a global hub of knowledge and innovation. Prime Minister Narendra Modi addresses National Conference of Labour Ministers, says workers are enriching Indian economy. Assam and Mizoram governments agree on cordial relations between security forces along interstate boundary. Nagaland Chief Minister Nephew Rio inaugurates Staff Selection Board office in Kohima, says a long cherished dream of people fulfilled. And Sikkim Governor Ganga Prasad, Chief Minister Prem Singh Tamang, flag off Eastern Command Trans Theatre Adventure activities. That brings us to the end of this evening's bulletin. Thank you for tuning in. Namaskar.